The Supreme Court just delivered a bombshell decision that has Donald Trump fuming this holiday season. And the timing couldn't be more dramatic. While Americans are unwrapping presents and celebrating with family, the president-elect is dealing with what might be the most consequential legal setback of his political career. This isn't just another legal skirmish. This is a decision that could reshape the balance of power between the presidency and the courts for generations to come. Stay with me because what happened in the last 48 hours is absolutely unprecedented, and you need to understand exactly what this means for America's future. Welcome back to Visa Guide USA, where we break down the most important legal and political developments affecting America today. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be covering every twist and turn of this developing story in the weeks ahead. And if you find this analysis valuable, give us a thumbs up so more people can stay informed about these critical issues. So what exactly did the Supreme Court do that has sent shockwaves through Trump's legal team and political inner circle? The court declined to grant emergency relief in a case that Trump's lawyers argued was absolutely vital to his ability to govern effectively once he takes office in January. The justices refused to pause lower court proceedings that could force Trump to comply with subpoenas and document requests related to his business dealings and alleged conflicts of interest. This decision effectively means that Trump cannot simply claim executive immunity or presidential privilege to avoid legal accountability, even as he prepares to assume the highest office in the land. The implications here are staggering. Trump's legal strategy has consistently relied on delay tactics and sweeping claims of immunity. His attorneys have argued repeatedly that as a former president and now president-elect, he deserves special protections from what they characterize as politically motivated investigations and legal harassment. But the Supreme Court, including 3 justices that Trump himself appointed to the bench, saw things differently. The court's order was brief and offered no detailed explanation, but the message was crystal clear. The rule of law applies equally to everyone, regardless of their political status or position. What makes this particularly significant is the context in which this decision arrives. Trump is facing multiple legal challenges across different jurisdictions. There are criminal cases in New York and Georgia, federal investigations into classified documents and election interference, and numerous civil lawsuits related to his business practices. His legal team has been working overtime to consolidate these cases, delay proceedings, and establish broad immunity protections. The Supreme Court's refusal to intervene represents a major blow to that comprehensive legal strategy. Legal experts across the political spectrum are weighing in on what this means. Some constitutional scholars argue that this decision reinforces fundamental principles about the separation of powers and the independence of the judiciary. No one, they insist, is above the law, and the presidency does not confer blanket immunity from legal accountability. Others suggest that the court is being strategically cautious, avoiding the appearance of political favoritism while maintaining its institutional credibility during an extraordinarily polarized political moment. The practical consequences of this decision will unfold over the coming weeks and months. Trump will now have to respond to various legal demands and court proceedings without the protective shield he hoped the Supreme Court would provide. His legal team will need to develop alternative strategies, potentially including negotiating settlements, challenging specific aspects of cases on their merits, or seeking stays from lower courts. Each of these approaches carries its own risks and uncertainties. What's particularly fascinating is how this decision reflects the complex relationship between Trump and the Supreme Court. Remember, Trump transformed the court during his first term by appointing 3 conservative justices, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. These appointments shifted the court's ideological balance significantly and represented one of Trump's most enduring political achievements. Many observers expected these justices to be sympathetic to Trump's legal arguments and protective of executive power. The fact that the court declined to intervene, even with these Trump appointees on the bench, sends a powerful signal about judicial independence and the limits of political loyalty. The political ramifications are equally significant. Trump has built his political brand partly on the idea that he is a victim of a corrupt legal system weaponized against him by political opponents. He has consistently told his supporters that investigations and prosecutions against him are witch hunts designed to prevent him from returning to power and implementing his agenda. This Supreme Court decision complicates that narrative. It's harder to claim the system is rigged when the justices you appointed refuse to give you special treatment. Meanwhile, Trump's political opponents see this decision as vindication of their insistence that he must face accountability for his actions. They argue that allowing Trump to evade legal scrutiny would create dangerous precedents and undermine the fundamental principle that Democratic leaders must answer to the law. The Supreme Court's decision, from this perspective, represents a crucial guardrail protecting American democracy from authoritarian impulses. For everyday Americans watching this drama unfold, the stakes extend far beyond Trump himself. The questions at the heart of these legal battles touch on fundamental issues about presidential power, governmental accountability, and the integrity of democratic institutions. Can presidents commit crimes while in office and then claim immunity? How much deference should courts show to executive branch claims of privilege? What happens when legal processes collide with electoral mandates? These aren't abstract theoretical questions. They're practical matters that will shape how American government functions for years to come. As we head into the new year, this Supreme Court decision sets the stage for continued legal battles that will likely dominate headlines throughout the early months of Trump's second term. His legal team will be scrambling to manage multiple cases simultaneously while he tries to focus on implementing his policy agenda. The tension between these legal challenges and governing responsibilities could create unprecedented complications and distractions. The timing of this decision, arriving right before Christmas and just weeks before Trump's inauguration, adds another layer of drama to an already extraordinary situation. It's a reminder that legal processes don't pause for political transitions or holiday celebrations. The wheels of justice, however slowly they sometimes turn, continue moving forward regardless of electoral calendars or political convenience. What happens next will depend on numerous factors, including how lower courts proceed with pending cases, how Trump's legal team responds strategically, and whether any settlements or plea agreements emerge from ongoing negotiations. The legal landscape remains fluid and unpredictable, but one thing is certain: this Supreme Court decision has fundamentally altered the trajectory of Trump's legal battles and eliminated a key avenue of protection he was counting on. This is a developing story that we'll continue following closely. Here at Visa Guide USA, make sure you subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates as this situation evolves. These legal battles aren't just about one person. They're about the future of American democracy and the principles that govern our nation. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this Supreme Court decision. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.